Hello and welcome to another episode of Codo Cinema, the podcast show where I talk about movies. I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Codo, aka Codo Man. Well, it has been a while since I did a previous podcast, but now we are in the month of December, and you know what that means? That is right, it is Codo Cinema Christmas Month. That is right, folks. Month of December, we're going to talk about some Christmas films. And I got a few Christmas films on my mind to talk about throughout the month of December, but there's one film I want to bring up because I often consider this film to be a guilty pleasure of mine. Now, I mentioned it before in a previous episode, way back when I first started, and that film is Jingle All the Way. Now I know what you all are thinking. Isn't Jingle All the Way one of the worst films of all time? Well, to be fair, from the reviews and from what we got in the film, it's hard to say. I mean, granted, it's got some laughs. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, and basically part of the plot of this film, basically the point of this film is it basically talks about talks about Howard Langston, who is a mattress salesman, who is trying to get a last minute Christmas gift for his son Jamie, and that Christmas gift is a Turbo Man action figure, and he is doing this on Christmas Eve. Talk about last minute Christmas shopping. And of course, the film's title is borrowed from the lyrics of the popular Christmas song Jingle Bells. You know, jingle bells, jingle all the way. I wonder how Arnold will say in that voice, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Imagine if Arnold Schwarzenegger actually sings Jingle Bells, but who am I kidding? But anyway, obviously, the title Jingle All the Way, you may be thinking, well, what's that film going to be about? Well, I just mentioned what the film is about. It's just the fact that the filmmakers take Jingle All the Way from Jingle Bells and put it in as the title of the film. I mean, sure, yeah, they did the same with Deck the Halls. And of course, you got also another film, Last Christmas. How many Christmas films are there where they take the lyrics of the song and put it in as the title of a Christmas film? Well, anyway, I mean, the reason behind of this film was actually inspired by real-life Christmas toy sellouts for such items, which includes the Cabbage Patch Kids, and with the film being written by Randy Kornfield, with producer Chris Columbus, who directed the Home Alone film, the first two Home Alone films, I should say, rewrote the script, adding elements of satire about the commercialization of Christmas. And to be fair, that I can actually definitely see that, because if you really think about a commercialization of Christmas, it gets like the stores get very popular and busy around Christmas time. That's where the sales go up, and plus you have everybody trying to like not only gather stuff for Christmas but also last minute gifts as well. So I could definitely see where the filmmakers were trying to go with this film. But the problem is in the writing. The writing is all over the place, but at the same time, it makes it funny because you have Arnold playing a workaholic mattress salesman who's trying to get a Turbo Man doll for his son Jamie. By the way, Jamie is being played by Jake Lloyd, who you may know Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which came out, that film came out 3 years after Jingle All the Way. And I will say this, at least in this film, I can buy him as acting as a kid in Jingle All the Way. I mean, he was a pretty decent kid in that film. I mean, it was one of his first roles, so I'll give him credit for that. But other than that, the film itself does go back and forth between Arnold trying to find the doll while also running into a mailman being played by Sinbad, named Myron Larrabee. And Sinbad, I will say this: Sinbad is trying to be funny in that film, but it's just the way where Sinbad and Arnold come together in the majority of this film. It's hard it's hard not to laugh because they really get each other under their skins whenever they're trying to find a Turbo Man doll, and they literally fight each other too. It's just hilarious, especially when they go to that radio station coming towards the end of the film, where the two thought a Turbo Man doll was at the radio station, but no, it was a gift certificate. It's just funny. It's just hilarious that the two thought the Turbo Man doll was at the radio station, but no, that was not the case. That was not the case. And the fact that the DJ called the police on the two of them after prior to Arnold kicking down the glass door and breaks it. It's just funny. I mean, how can you not laugh at that? It's hilarious. but also, I also forgot to mention that also Howard's wife basically worries for Howard because of the fact that one Howard's wife Liz, being played by Rita Wilson. Fun fact: Rita Wilson is the wife to Tom Hanks, by the way. And and the fact is like Rita's been supporting Jamie more than her husband, because her husband Howard is being a workaholic and doesn't even pay attention to Jamie, even though he makes promises, but he keeps breaking promises. Like at one point, he promised to be at Jamie's karate class at the beginning of the movie, but he doesn't because he is having an office Christmas party at his office, even though one of his coworkers keeps telling Arnold, "Hey, Jamie's karate session or karate class is in 20 minutes," and it was like, well, in a cue card it says, "You said that a half hour ago." That's basically Arnold is ignoring all of this. It's just, oh my goodness. Oh boy. And the fact is, Phil Hartman's character named Ted, and this is one of Phil Hartman's last movie roles, by the way, and he films not only his own son, but also Jamie as well, while Howard doesn't even show up, because Howard gets pulled over by the police because he was driving on the shoulder road of the highway, which is basically very illegal, by the way. And the officer is named Alexander Hummel, being played by Robert Conrad, or to quote Sinbad, "You too, Barnaby Jones." I mean, it's a pretty messed up film. This is literally a crazy messed up film, which is, I guess you could argue, does act like a kid's film too, if you could say, if you could even call it a kid's film. I mean, whenever I watch this film, I just enjoy it. I mean, it is a film that I thought it's actually fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are bad films out there, but sometimes there are some bad films that are actually fun. And Jingle All the Way is an example. I mean, it's a guilty pleasure. That's how I find it, and I'm pretty sure other people will find it as a guilty pleasure as well. Basically, Arnold and Sinbad going at each other. How about Arnold going into a secret Santa hideout at a workshop where he's trying to find a Turbo Man doll with the help of a Santa imposter being played by Jim Belushi or James Belushi, and and he gets scammed over when he found out that this Turbo Man doll that he got from this Santa, that the Santa imposter, it was actually a multilingual version of Turbo Man. It's fun and educational, but so there was assembly required, which gets Arnold very angry. And my favorite part from that scene was when he fights all the Santa Clauses, including a big giant one being played by Paul the Giant White, who is a WWE wrestler, by the way. It's literally funny. It's just hilarious. It's hilarious. And there's actually two different versions. There's a theatrical version and a extended version. The extended version, they played Jingle All the Way, or Jingle Bells. But of course, I call it Jingle All the Way because not only the title of the film, but also the lyric, Jingle all the way, oh what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. You kind of get it, and because the fact is that song's being played in the extended version while Arnold is fighting the Santa Clauses, and while trying to beat up the giant Santa Claus, and then the police, and then after all that's been going on, I mean, you get an epic Santa Claus dog pile from James Belushi. Dog pile! And then the police shows up, and then this one little elf says, "It's the Grinch!" I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. The police crashing the party, but the fact is, all the Santa Clauses in that sequence were basically con men, or thieves, degenerates, lowlads, thugs, criminals, according to Howard in this film during that sequence. Because the fact is that this one Santa Claus imposter gave Arnold a bogus Turbo Man doll. If you know what I'm saying. But oh wow, even when I'm at it, even when he goes to different stores, he gets really, really, really angry because Howard is desperately trying to find the Turbo Man doll, but the fact is, this one moment where he loses it by punching a cardboard version of Turbo Man while that Turbo Man is saluting towards him, but Arnold was angry and tears that cardboard apart. It's just hilarious. It's literally hilarious. Not to mention, while I'm on the subject of Turbo Man, and on the subject of Turbo Man, the Turbo Man opening sequence, it's literally Power Rangers. I mean, it's literally a Power Rangers ripoff. And that's basically Jamie's favorite show. I mean, yeah, you can definitely tell that the writing on that is pretty cringy at best. But it's what can you do? It's a that was a parody. It's a parody, if you know what I'm saying. Obviously, getting to the point, like, I believe a lot of these scenes, I'm saying this because, like, there are definitely scenes where, to put it politely, it's so bad it's good. Like, there are so many scenes you can pinpoint, or point out, I should say, that they're so bad it's good. I mean, it's hard not to enjoy this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, it may be bad. Plus, the director of this film, Brian Levant, has made films that have this basically has a basic, like, has some films where they're basically children's films with a sense of with somewhat of an adult edge to it. Once in the first time, he directed the live action Flintstones movie with John Goodman and Rick Moranis. I mean that was a kid's film, but it had a bit of an adult edge to it. Plus, he even got Snow Dogs. I mean, I believe he wrote. No, yeah, well, I believe he directed Snow Dogs too. Yeah, he wrote Snow Dogs. Yeah, he directed Snow Dogs, and that was something. That was something. That was something. And often people refer to him as, like, or actually, people see his work as basically basically a lot of people thought his work were not that great. Maybe not like the worst, but generally disliked, to say the least. I mean, he's making. I mean, Levant even quoted this out. I'm making movies for the audience that I was when I was sitting at home watching Garfield, Goose, and the Three Stooges on WGN, and to read those reviews in an act of self-flagellation. But reviews be damned. When you're at Blockbuster and you're seeing family after family grab one of your movies off the shelf on a Friday night, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. I mean, yeah, I can definitely see where Brian Levant is going. I can understand what some critics may point out. But also, to be fair, though, I mean, we all have different opinions on how we see these films. I mean, like, as I mentioned, this film, Jingle All the Way, is a guilty pleasure. I mean, there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun, dumb moments. Moments that are basically so bad, they're good. And you want another moments where it's so bad is good? The ending, the climax of this film, where now this is where Arnold, his family, Ted, and Sinbad are all at the parade. They're all at the parade because they want to see because not only do they want to see the parade, but the fact is Arnold wants to keep his promises, trying to redeem himself after a whole fire incident at Ted's house, or Phil Hartman's house, where he tries to steal his neighbor's Turbo Man doll for his son Jamie, but realizes that is a dumb move. And then he gets attacked by a reindeer that Phil Hartman kept. I mean, wow. I mean, who keeps a reindeer for a pet? I mean, I know up in the North Pole, Santa Claus does, yeah, I guess. But also, yeah, that was a low blow. That was definitely a ultimate low for Arnold's character in that film, where he steals that Turbo Man doll from his neighbor's house to Jamie. But at the very end, he tries to redeem himself by saying that it's time to keep my promises. He goes to the parade, somehow gets chased by this cop. By the way, this cop that he got pulled, it's the cop that he got pulled over in the opening of the film, who keeps getting ticketed 3 times? No, not 3 times. Twice in that film, but the third time was at the radio station when that police officer opened a package, which actually turned out to be a bomb that Sinbad created. It was Sinbad's character created. It was funny, by the way. and then also Phil Hartman's character gets knocked out by Liz, Howard's wife, because somehow Phil Hartman's character is trying to get the hots for Howard's wife, but somehow Liz knocks Ted out with an eggnog container, and leaves him in the car. Like, yeah, like, I mean, yeah, you definitely tell that Phil Hartman's character. Look, shout out to Phil Hartman. I mean, he was definitely trying to be funny in this film, but dang, did he took a beating in that. He took a beating in that car. Like, dang. Yeah, you don't want to mess. Yeah, you probably don't want to mess with somebody's wife. No, that's not a good sign. That's really not a good sign. At least he won't be eating any more of Howard's cookies now. Put that cookie down now. Imagine putting the cookie down being a remix. Put the cookie. Alright, so anyway, yeah, the climax of Jingle All the Way is crazy. I mean, Arnold being Turbo Man, a replacement Turbo Man because the other actor got in a critical condition, and then meets up with Booster. Booster gets knocked out by Sinbad, who's being a Dementor. Dementor? No, not the Dementors for Harry Potter. This is a different Dementor, and it's just the fact that Booster is probably one of the more hated characters in the Turbo Man world, I guess, because there is like a hint of foreshadowing where Arnold and Sinbad see all the Booster action figures, and they're like, Booster, who wants Booster? We want Turbo Man. Even the guy at one of the stores was like, we have plenty of Turbo Man's faithful pet tiger Booster in stock, and then everybody's like, we don't want him. We don't want him. I mean, at least Sinbad didn't spray Arnold with pepper spray as Turbo Man. Oh wait, no, that was earlier in the film. Oh, okay. So, but anyway, yeah, the climax is all over the place. I mean, I know I'm going off topic, but come on. I mean, I can't deny this film being. Can't deny this. This is a guilty pleasure. It is a guilty pleasure. I mean, the reason why it's a guilty pleasure because there's a lot of moments in this film where it's so bad it's good. And like that climax, I mean, Arnold goes all over the place as Turbo Man, struggling to use the gadgets that Turbo Man has to knock out Sinbad. But Sinbad chases Jamie through the parade because Jamie has the Turbo Man doll that Arnold got and selected. That Arnold selected the kid because Arnold selected Jamie. He selected Jamie because he knows he wanted the Turbo Man doll. And then Arnold definitely tries out the rocket. The rocket was crazy, by the way. The rocket jetpack, I should say. It was a crazy jetpack that goes all over town, and then crashing through multiple buildings, and was able to catch Jamie from Dementor, or Sinbad, I should say, and then the film ends with not only Sinbad getting arrested, but Jamie gives Sinbad the Turbo Man doll to give to his son, and then realizes that Jamie's has the real Turbo Man, which is referring to his dad because his dad is dressed up as Turbo Man. I mean, it's a cheesy ending, but hey, you gotta admit, you can't deny this. And then the ultimate ending of this was when Arnold, Rita Wilson, and of course Jake Lloyd are at home, and Arnold puts up the Christmas star on the tree, and then Rita Wilson's character Liz tells Arnold that he went through all this just to get a Christmas gift for Jamie, and then she asks the ultimate question: "What did you get me?" And then this film ends with the camera zooming in on Arnold, realizing that he didn't get a gift for his wife. It's just like, wow, he went through all this and he didn't get his wife a present. I mean, he was a workaholic, and he was a workaholic, not remembering his son's gift, but he forgets his wife's gift. Oh my goodness! Wow. Damn, that was a crazy film. Like I said, Jingle All the Way is a crazy film. I mean, you look at other films that came out beforehand, like Christmas Carol with George C. Scott, It's a Wonderful Life, and then other Christmas films like Holiday Inn. Like, those films are great films. Plus, you also have fun films too. You even got the Muppets Christmas Carol. Heck, may I forget Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I mean, even those films are great too. But when you have films like Jingle All the Way, where it's reviewed badly, I mean, it's hard not to deny its existence. I mean, Jingle All the Way may be a bad film, but in my opinion, it's a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's a film that you can have fun watching. It's a film that you can have fun watching. Even if you don't like this film, I mean, that's understandable. I get it. I mean, that's your opinion. I understand that. If you don't like this film, I mean, sure. I mean, I like the film. I didn't know it was bad, but sometimes a bad film can actually be a fun film if done right. I feel like Jingle All the Way is one of those bad films where you can have fun watching it. I mean, there's a lot of moments. I mean, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's a big name. He's a big name in the film industry. It's not well in the film industry since his first one of his first starting roles was the Terminator. That was one of his first roles. I mean, he was a very active bodybuilder. I mean, now he's still popular to this day, but he was a big name. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a big name. I mean, and then you have Jake Lloyd, who was getting his start too with that film before going up to Star Wars, and Sinbad was sort of popular, but has a bit of a decline later on in the 2010s. I mean, he still does some stand up and rap music, and of course, and yes, he is a rapper as well. But also, he has some good acting moments too in film and other films. But at the very end, overall, I see Jingle All the Way as a guilty pleasure Christmas film to have fun with. Well, anyway, that's all I have on this film. What do you all think? Do you think Jingle All the Way is a guilty pleasure Christmas film? I mean, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, but let me know your thoughts. Well, somebody just walked in to bring in his last thoughts. I mean, hey, it is the let's just say co-host movie lover too, Mike.
What's up, everybody? This is Michael Codo speaking, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jingle All the Way.
It is a guilty pleasure. Why do you think this is a guilty pleasure? Do you think Jingle All the Way is a guilty pleasure Christmas film?
Probably because of the bad reviews on the Rotten Tomatoes, but I gotta say, it's still a fun Christmas movie to watch with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Hey, let's put the cookie down.
Put that cookie down! No! Put the cookie down! Down, cookie down!
By the way, there's a remix of Put That Cookie Down. Did you know about that?
Yep, it's on YouTube.
Anyway.
And of course, there's Sinbad, and he also wants the doll for Christmas too. So give me the doll!
Yeah, that's true. Because I mentioned briefly about that bomb. I didn't think about the first bomb too, because Sinbad had the first package where he thought it was an explosive homing device or a bomb, and then he almost blew up the radio station during that first time. Myron, that was Sinbad's character.
Myron.
Yeah, he tried to do that, but at least he left. But then realizes that it was a bomb.
That was with the bomb? It's a sick world full of sick people.
That is true. These are moments like that in films where, well, maybe not a whole lot of films, but moments in films like Jingle All the Way where it is funny. It is funny when not only Sinbad's character, but but the same with Arnold, that they both realize that it's a bomb. It was an actual bomb. But other than that, hey, you think it's a guilty pleasure? Is that right?
Yes, it is a guilty pleasure.
Okay, that is good. Okay, bye, Mike. Bye.
All right, this is Michael Codo signing off for Codo Cinema. Have a Merry Christmas.
Anyway, thank you all for tuning in to Codo Cinema. I'm your host, Mark Codo, aka Codo Man. Remember to watch movies, stay positive, and Codo Cinema Christmas Month has just begun.